Hello FlossTube, this is Kate Madamice and welcome back to my FlossTube channel. Today is September 8th, it's a Sunday and it has been a very long Labor Day holiday for me. We had Labor Day last Monday and then I did not go into work for the rest of the week because of Hurricane Dorian and its threats to the Charleston area. We ended up being really lucky, so I'll just start off by telling you guys we're safe, we're fine, we didn't have any damage at our house, we didn't even end up losing power. We had some flickers and stuff like that, but neighborhood right next door to us, they didn't have power for a day, so it was just hit or miss where you were, where the trees fell essentially determined whether or not you lost power. So we got really lucky and it wasn't too bad here, and so we are safe, just for anyone who was wondering. But it ended up that I got a week off work and I loved every moment of it. It is Sunday now. I've had, more than a week off and I am not ready to go back yet. You can probably tell I'm filming from a different angle today, and that's because I took the time to organize and rearrange my sewing room and my stitching room during this time off. It was really fun for me to go through everything, make sure it's all organized. This bookshelf here and here, for 2 years they've been on the wall that I am sitting up against now, and they weren't organized in any way. When we moved in, we just put them on the shelf quick and I haven't touched them since. And I for a very long time took a lot of pride in my books and my bookshelf. This small shelf right here, if you can see, my dad actually got it for me when I went to college. It folds up, so it's easy to move. You can take all the books off and then fold the shelves up and the sides in, so it's just a plank. And he got that specifically for me because I was so proud of my books. I couldn't go to college to a dorm without having a bookshelf full of books with me. It's been a long time since I've been into books like that. I would like to get back into it, and I think taking the time to reacquaint myself with my collection and all the books that I love, I'm hoping I'll get more into reading books again. And I definitely was excited to reread some of my favorites when I was going through them, so we'll see. Hopefully I'll start reading again. The first one that I'm starting with, well, it's not really the first one. I've read a couple books recently within the last couple months just because I was trying to get back into it, but right now I'm reading 1984 by George Orwell. It came up in a conversation recently with some friends. I don't even remember how it came up, but it came up recently and it made me want to read it again. I enjoyed it the first time I read it. I thought maybe I'd get something different out of it this time. Sorry, my eye itches. Anyways, so I was thinking I will do a craft room, sewing room, happy space, whatever you want to call it. I'll do a tour video, I think. Probably I'll try to do it this week before I make it too messy again, because I know me, as much as I try to keep it organized, I probably won't be able to keep it super organized all the time. So I will try to film a video and post it maybe in the next week or two. And yes, Kyle, when I do that, at the end, I will do a slow-mo over my bookshelves so that you can see all of my books, since you seemed interested in that. Yeah. Anyway, so I will try to get that done soon. And let's get into cross stitch, because that's why you're here, right? Okay, so first thing I want to show you is an FFO that I have. I got my four corners framed and I love it. Isn't that so pretty? I think this frame is perfect. I'll try to get the glare out. My framer did a really good job. I took it in you know, I took the piece in, said, I'm not really sure what I'm looking for this piece, and she pretty much immediately pulled out a piece of this frame. You know, they were really kind to me. They had it in the back. It was like scraps from another person's framing, so they were able to make it really quickly and all that. I'm going to plan on putting this into the Coastal Carolina Fair, which is here in, well, it's in Ladson, but that's very close to where I am. So I'm going to try to put it in the Coastal Carolina Fair this year. I've never entered anything in a fair before, so it'll be, I hope it'll be fun. We'll see what happens, but I'm very happy with that piece. And then I have one FO that I want to show you. So this is that secret piece that I was just showing you the back because I was going to give it as a small, a giveaway in a smalls exchange that I'm in this year, but I read the details of the smalls exchange and it made it seem like you needed to stitch something that was like a stitching accessory kind of like tool. The examples were like pin cushions, needle cases, things like that, not ornaments or decorative pillows or anything like that. And my vision for this was to put it into a pillow, and then when I reread that, I know I could make it like a pin pillow, but I wanted to make it like a decoration pillow because I think whatever. I just think that's what it needs. And so I decided to go a different direction with my smalls exchange. My friend Abby, who's also going to the event with me, she found something that will be really cute and actually like I want to call it like a usable thing. I don't know if that's the right word, but like a useful item for stitchers, not just something pretty to look at. And what she found will work for both of us. We're both gonna make something similar. I think that's fine. We'll just obviously not pick each other's. And that'll be good. But anyway, so that means that I'm going to keep this piece. So I'm just going to show it to you now because I finished it and I'm so excited about it. So here she is. Look at her. Isn't she so fun? Let's see. The light isn't super great like that. Here you go. Isn't she so cute? I named her Cacklin Jacqueline. I was so happy when I came up with that name. And what she's a jack-o'-lantern, and this yellow for her eyes and nose and mouth, and these little berry things that I put on this twig. Let's see if I can't get the light to look better for you guys. There you go. That's a good representation of her. Anyway, so that yellow is all glow in the dark thread from Krynic. And let me tell you, it glows in the dark like really well. I'll try to take a picture of it, and if I can get a good picture of it, I'll put that up here right now. But yeah, she glows in the dark and she's so super cute, and I love her, and I love her name, and I love her little spider friend that's hanging down there. I don't know what to say. I love her. So I'm going to finish her into a pillow because that's what I think she needs. And it's just going to be a decorative pillow, and I'm going to put her up. I don't know when I'm going to do that. That's a completely other story. So, also, did you notice how wrinkle-free this is? That's because today I actually took the time to iron all my whips and things that I'm going to show you because I felt like it. I think this week off work has been great for me. I've, cleaned the house. It's cleaner than it's been in a long time. And obviously I reorganized this room. I didn't do like as much stitching as I thought I would do during a week off, but that's okay. I think I took care of a lot of other things, and I'm inspired to be organized and ready to go, which is why I ironed all my stuff. I almost said a bad word. I'm trying to keep it clean for the kiddos. Anyways, next up, so that's my only finish for right now. But I have a mostly finished object. I don't know if an MFO is a thing, but it makes me want to say mofo. So here's my mofo. And it's going to be really see-through because this fabric is awful. I will try my best. Oh, the project. I should show you the thing. The cover. This is Hands-On Design Java Block Party. Here you go. And I have the sides all done. Okay. So you can probably see my problems with this piece while I'm holding it up. I think that this is a super cute design. Yeah, you can't even tell what it is. I think this design is super cute. This fabric's awful. I hate working on it because the fabric's awful. Okay, it's kind of better when I double it over. But, here, let me see if I can get the colors better. There we go. That's better colors. But, anyway, so I've got the sides all done here. This fabric, it is so see-through. It's the called for fabric. And it is so crunchy. Like, I feel like you can probably hear how crunchy that is. And it's so see-through. It's impossible to work on in any light. Like, it's not the darkness of the fabric that's a problem. I have no problem seeing the holes. That's all I see. Because no matter what light you're in, you just see whatever is through the background. Like, you can see the face of my teddy bear, and that's like all the way in the back. Oh, by the way, that's Cinnamon. Say hello to Cinnamon. I've had him for a long time. Anyways, you can see Cinnamon's face through here. Like, you can get the details, and he's way back there. This is a camera on a phone, and like, this fabric is awful. I just can't. But let me tell you what it is so you can never order it ever. It's called Brandywine Linen. I think it's just like Zweigart or Witchelt. It's not like a hand dye or anything like that. It's called Brandywine Linen. Don't get it. It's terrible. If you want to do this design, great, because it's cute. Don't get this linen. Anyways, here it is. All the coffee mugs. Oh, and the reason it's a mofo is because this is just the sides, but if you look, I still have to stitch the top of it here, this square that goes on top, and it shouldn't take that long to finish it off. This is my 8th Stitch 9 challenge. I've finished 7. This will be the 8th. And my 9th of Stitch 9 is my Christmas Rules by Lizzie Kate, which I'll show you in a bit. But anyway, I have to finish it because it's part of my Stitch 9 challenge. And I will finish it, but I just hate it. I don't hate it. I hate stitching on it. Oh, that kind of reminds me. So I'm in a stage with it too. I don't know if all my frustration can be really blamed completely on the fabric right now. I like to think it can. But I don't know if you guys have phases with your projects of like going through a phase when you love it and going through a phase when you hate it and all that. My phases go like this. I start it and I'm in love with it and I think it's super fun to start. I love kitting up projects. I think it's fun to find all the bits and pieces and put together a kit. It makes it nice and clean and organized. I've got all the things that I need for this. And so I love doing that part. I love starting it. And working on it is so methodical and calming. And that's, you know, kind of the stress relief therapy part of this craft for me is the, like, in between a fresh start and, like, kind of that middle bit. And then when I get close to the home stretch, which I am on this piece, so that's why I'm kind of doubting that it's all the fabric that is causing me issue with it right now. But when I get close to the end of a piece, I hate it. I always hate it. My husband says that he thinks that I just get mad that it isn't done yet. And I go through this phase where every piece, when I get close to the end, I hate it. And it's just this big, like, burst of willpower. It's kind of the hatred that fuels me to finish it off, because I'm like, I just want this out of my life. I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. And then I get it done, and I love it. So I'm sure that's what's going to happen. I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to love it. But right now, I hate it. And that's the way it is. So, yeah, that's a big rant. I'm going to take a sip of tea and try to calm down a little. This is just Celestial Seasonings Bengal Spice. I don't know if you've ever had it, but it's like cinnamon tea. It's super good if you like cinnamon, ginger, spiciness. My husband and I, we used to only be able to find it in one grocery store in Iowa. But now our local grocery stores here started carrying it, so we drink it pretty often. Anyways, maybe it won't calm me down too spicy for that. I'll just get spicier. Anyways. Okay, that was my mofo. Now I just have some whips to show you. So, last time I talked to you, we were in the middle of August. I was doing arbitrary August. I did do arbitrary August throughout the whole month, but I didn't stitch every day, and I didn't stress about stitching every day. So every day I spun, no matter what I spun, just because I thought it was interesting to see what would come up in my wheel, but I didn't necessarily stitch every day if I wasn't feeling it or if I was too tired or whatever. So these are the things that I worked on from the last time that I saw you. It was a lot of repeats during arbitrary August. I didn't get a whole bunch of variety, but okay, so the first one on my pile is this Plaid Bucilla. It's called Vintage Blue Vase. It's got some pretty yellow flowers. And here's my progress on it. So I just filled in a bunch of this yellow flower. Last time you would have seen this, I just had a little bit of yellow up here. And I just filled in the yellow. It's a lot of confetti, so it doesn't look like a lot. But, yeah, it's a lot of confetti, and there's a lot of partial stitches in there. I don't know if you can see that. But there's a lot of, like, quarter stitches going on. So, anyways, so just got a little bit of a flower done. Next up, I worked on my mother's tree. And I honestly don't know if I worked on the mother's tree any since the last time I saw you. So, you might have seen it. It's not very interesting progress right now because all it is the tree. So I'm just still going back and forth on the tree, just building it. The never-ending tree on the top of this design. What are you going to do? It'll look great in the end. The next up is Garden in Blue by the Design Connection. And I actually got, it's kind of a lot done on it. Whatever, that isn't helping. That's a little bit bigger. Anyways, so I think I worked my way over to the top left and started building down from there. When I first started this piece, it was during Stitch Mania of 2018, because I've only done it 2 years, and this is 2019. Anyways, I didn't really know my stitching style yet. I did Stitch Mania pretty shortly after I started stitching, so I started in the middle. I don't like starting in the middle. I like working from the top left down. And so I worked my way over here so that I could start filling in down. And this string is just where I left off. Anyways, there's that. Next up is my Christmas Rules by Lizzie Kate, which I'm doing for the 12 Months of Christmas sale, which is hosted by Cacklin from A Stitch from Mom. And I'm doing a conversion of this piece. It is all blues and silvers with just little pops of red. So here it is. It's getting too long for me to really have anything to cover the back with, but I'll just do a slow-mo here all the way through. And the last one I did is this Share Your Toys, which I did for the month of August. We're doing 1 block a month. And originally when I stitched it, I just got in like a super go mode with my conversion, and I was like, put the blue and all of the things. And so I actually did these 2 outside presents were the same blue as right here. And then I like took a step back and looked at it, and I was like, that's way too much blue. That is like way too much blue. It was off balance. So I took out these 2 presents and made them green instead. And I think that looks much better. I'm trying to get a good, there, that's kind of better lighting. I'll have to figure out this lighting situation for future videos. No promises it'll get any better. I don't really know how to make lighting better, but I will try. But anyway, so I had to take out those 2 blue presents, which was disappointing because that's always disappointing to have to frog. And then I was like, I'm on a roll. I'll just start the September block. And then I looked through my stuff, and I haven't ordered the next chart yet. If you don't know the way that this chart works, you buy them in sets of 2. There's like 2 charts in each of these. Like this one is Share Your Toys and Keep the Schedule Light. And there's buttons in them, which I haven't put any of the buttons on my piece yet. But anyways, so I just haven't bought the next 2, and I thought I had, but I didn't. I can't find them anywhere, and I just organized my room, so I know they aren't anywhere in here. So I went ahead and ordered them, and now I'm just waiting for them to come in so I can get going on the September block. And that is my 9th project in the Stitch 9 challenge. It'll be the last one done. And yeah, so that's my whips. I do have just a little bit of haul to show you. Just a second. I bought these from Fire Poppies because I'm so excited to have a shop. And anyways, so I bought them from Fire Poppies, and yeah, I just saw them there and I loved them. I haven't really noticed them before, but I think that's a benefit of having a in-person store, a brick and mortar store, is that when you go in, you see things that you just like haven't noticed before. Maybe I've seen them before, but I've never noticed them or thought that I would like them. So anyways, here we go. This is Blackbird Designs Midnight Watch. I love this giant cat. That is awesome. I just love the giant cat. I can tell you right now that I would hate stitching this border. I don't know when or if I will ever stitch this, but yeah, that cat's awesome. It's the same size as the house. And these little checkered pumpkins, that's adorable. And it's Blackbird Designs, and everyone loves Blackbird Designs. I've never bought one before, I don't think. Generally, I think they're cute, but not like, I don't get grabbed by them like it seems like everyone does. So, but this one I really liked. So there it is. And then the next one is Peacock and Pomegranate. It's by Cottage Garden. And I just think he is so cool. I don't know. I love the colors of a peacock. that's like my favorite color scheme. And so I think I was drawn by the colors. It's nice and geometric. I don't know. It's just pretty. Anyways, so just a little bit of haul for you. And I think that's almost all I have to talk to you about. The last thing that I'm going to chat with you about has to do with my Etsy shop. So if you are not interested in that, you can step out now. Thank you so much for visiting. I appreciate you watching and commenting and liking and just hanging out with me. And I will see you next time. But if you are interested, I have a new bag up on the Etsy shop, and I showed you the preview of it last time, just the fabric that I was doing. So here it is. This is the finished bag. It's got these cute little birds and cattails on there. I love this pattern. I love this print. And then I made this zipper pull. It's got some orange in it to kind of pull from the cattails. And this really pretty bead with this bead cap on it. I don't know if you can see that at all. It's gonna fall a lot, isn't it? Anyways, so the inside fabric. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you. See, I know myself. I know I'd forget to talk about things, so I do things like this just to make sure I talk about it. Put Q-snap in here because I wanted to show you. This is an 11 by 11 Q-snap, and it, you know, has plenty of wiggle room in there. You know, there's plenty of room on the top. So, my project bags are sized so that you can fit an 11 by 11 Q-snap and all your extras, your threads, and, you know, with the extra fabric and blah, blah, blah. It should fit nicely in this bag. So, and then here's the lining fabric. It's this really pretty, I think it's thyme. I think I said that last time. But people who are better at gardening than I am will be able to tell you if that's thyme or not. I think it is. Or cooking. I also don't cook. I don't garden and I don't cook. So, anyways, there's that. And of course I have a pocket in here for your marker, your highlighter, your pen, whatever. Needle cases fit in there pretty well, and then a bigger pocket for like your scissors, if floss or whatever you need to separate out in there. And there it is. And I guess at this exact moment it is not on my Etsy shop because I haven't uploaded it yet, but I did take pictures right before I started filming this video so that I can upload it onto Etsy while my video is rendering and all that. So that is all I have for you guys. I hope everyone that was in the path of Dorian got through the storm without too much damage or trouble. I know we got really lucky. It just didn't end up being too much here, but thinking about everyone who, you know, was in the path that got hit much harder than we did. And I hope that you all had a good Labor Day weekend. I hope you have a great week coming up. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all your views. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. Love you guys. Bye.